All right. All right.
All right.
All right.
How you doing?
All right. Good evening or afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode number 5 of the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. As always, I'm here with my co-host Rob.
Hello.
They can't see you, Rob.
Well, they could if they're watching on the YouTube channel, they'd see me wave right now. They'd
They
be like, "That's a handsome old
they
man waving at me."
they absolutely would. How you doing this week, Rob?
Oh, doing all right. Doing all right. Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
And you would be referencing that last night we we did what the masses wanted, and we recorded our episode of the worst game that people voted for. Uh, and it was a tie, and the winners of that were Superman 64 and E.T. for the Atari 2600. So we got together and we played those, and I feel a little dirtier for it. Definitely, there's definitely some time in my life that we won't be getting back.
You reference winners, but there were no winners last night. There were no
No,
winners.
no, there's no winners. There's no winners in that one.
Nope. Nope.
So watch for that coming soon. I dabble in the old video editing, and I have some new tricks to learn to make it look as good as it can. So let's move right on to news. Rob, what do you got for us on the news side?
Well, top story I've got is Nintendo again with the Joy-Con drifting. They just added the people who had the class action lawsuit there in the States, because if America's good at anything, it's suing people. They originally filed a suit for the drift problems in July of this year. The firm of, let's see if I get this right, Chemical, Schwartz, Kreiner, and Donaldson Smith, which is the most lawyery name I've ever lawyered.
Yeah, yeah.
They added it to the Nintendo Switch Lite to their class action lawsuit. And there's 18 plaintiffs in 16 different states. And they're saying that some people, it took 20 hours of play from when they first got the Lite to when it started drifting. And these people, when they're going to Nintendo wants them to ship the whole thing in. And it's kind of a debacle. I mean, we've both owned 3DSs for the longest time.
Yeah.
I've never had a drifting problem on it.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, it's so they've been doing this for a while.
Well, and sorry to interrupt, but I mean I have a first batch Nintendo Switch, and I have not had that problem yet. And I've played 500 plus hours seriously on those Joy-Cons. Well, I guess I shouldn't say 500 just on the Joy-Cons. I mean, I kind of will drop it to like 250 because it's half docked and half on the Joy-Cons.
Sure.
And when I'm docked, I use the Pro controller. But how are these people playing? Are they furious gamers and they just
must be just smashing that Joy-Con button? I don't know. I'm not too sure, but there's enough people who have that problem, and I did have that problem as well on my. It wasn't the first generation, but it was the second one that I got.
Right.
And it started to drift on me about. Well, I got it used, but it's about 5-10 hours after I got it. I had to get the Joy-Cons replaced. Now I got them replaced for free, but it was. It's still annoying. I can see why people are upset about it. So, Nintendo, make it right.
That just triggered the memory of when the Switch first came out, and people were complaining about how the dock would scratch up your screen.
Right, yeah.
And it's like people, are you throwing it into the dock from across the room?
Yep, Kobe.
Yeah, it's a in Canadian, a $400 gaming device. Like I'm not treating this thing like it's a $25 little pocket arcade thing that I'm playing with, right? Yeah, I think it's like, and I know you had the drift issue, and you you're not a crazy gamer,
No, no, I'm usually
so
pretty tame when it comes to it. So it'll be very interesting to see what comes out of this, what kind of money Nintendo has to throw around, and what they do for a technology fix,
yeah,
because it needs to be fixed.
so, so yeah, so the people who have the new lights, at least when you sent your Joy-Cons in, you could get another pair and
Yep.
still use your Switch.
Hmm.
These other people are going to be switchless. They'll have to send
Yep.
their Switch in to get it, repaired under warranty. Yeah, it's a debacle.
It's a real problem, that's for sure. What about you, sir? What's going on?
Well, the biggest news I thought this week was the PlayStation State of Play that they launched there on Tuesday. Um, they talked about a bunch of new games. I got them listed down here. I thought we could talk about them.
Sounds good.
Um, First up was Humanity, which it actually looks like it could be a lot of fun. It looks like those videos that show up on the internet of like some sort of those battle simulators where they have 20 Jedi versus an army of 20,000 like a world Civil War soldiers and
Yeah, yeah,
in
like
or
a totally accurate battle simulator, right? That's
yeah,
the one.
yeah.
Yeah,
But this one looks like it's more about um like doing it in a puzzle sense. It's kind of the feeling I got from that trailer. Um so it I mean I'll try it. I like stuff like that, you know.
yeah. You know what it reminded me of was I don't know if you remember with the game. Of course you do. You're a Nintendo guy. With the GameCube, they had that like thousands of Mario demo they had. They were kind of showing off. If you Google it there and you do Nintendo GameCube demo, I don't
Okay.
remember if it was at E3 or something. They actually had a whole bunch of Mario's all kind of hopping around, and it was kind of a tech demo at the time
Hmm.
of, hey, look what our GameCube can do. That's what I got with this, except it's not the beginning of the life cycle of the PlayStation 4. It's right at the end,
Right, right.
and it does say it's going to have an optional VR mode, so
Ooh.
that could be terrifying. Uh, that's like every nightmare I've ever had.
Just
Thousands
20,
of people running at you.
yeah, just 20,000 people, Jedi's, all running at you. I don't
Yep.
know. Next up, they have Watam, from the creators of Katamari. Um, Looks as bat poop crazy as Katamari Damacy was. So
Yeah.
I I got no inkling whatsoever what this game is about from that little bit of video there.
If you'd said you did, I would have called you a liar.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Which I mean, it's by the maker of Katamari. So yeah, or
Um,
that.
Next, they Beyonce dropped the LA Noir VR files for the PlayStation. Did you play LA Noir at all?
No, I never did.
No.
Always meant to, never did.
Yeah, I have it, and I like the latest HD version.
Hmm.
I haven't had a chance to delve into it. It's on the list. It's on the list to be played. Um, it looks great. I'm gonna watch for it probably go on sale. Pick it up that way. I'm very disappointed that they did not announce the Iron Man VR game.
Yeah, you texted me pretty quick after
Yeah,
that. Where's my Iron Man?
where is my Iron?
We can play Anthem. It's basically the same game.
Essentially, right?
Hot, hot take number one.
They uh, they announced the Medieval demo because that actually I think it comes out this week or next
The
for
demo?
actual.
Oh,
No,
the actual game.
the
Yeah,
demo's
yeah.
out. The actual game comes out this week or next.
Right. Did you try the demo out?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Okay, me neither.
Um, Civilization 6. Can I don't know about you, man. Can you imagine playing a Civilization game on your console?
You wouldn't think that would be the best way to do it, but there must be a market for it. I mean, good
Yeah,
for them. It's uh, it's
I
another way to play it.
yeah, I yeah, that really seems like something you need a mouse for. Really
Yeah,
seems like it.
yeah. It doesn't seem like the most comfortable way to do it, but that, and I really hope they're not charging $80 for that after it's been out on every other console ever made. But
Oh, but it's a super deluxe edition, Rob. Did you miss that?
oh, I guess I did miss that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's got other things.
yeah, it's got all the DLC. Right. They announced a PlayStation 4 Pro bundle for Death Stranding, which looks pretty cool. Um, the controller is definitely the centerpiece of that one.
Yes. Yeah. It's pea colored
That
after all the Norman Reedus talk.
right. It's also I didn't notice it until I actually saw a better picture, but the left handle is made to look like one of the baby pods that you have in the game. So it's on there very faintly, so it looks like, when you're holding it, you got that little baby pod in your hand. It's neat. I wouldn't say no to one. So Sony, if you're listening, I would like to try this out for you. And Sony, please,
Not an ad,
no,
but could totally be an ad.
not an ad.
Yeah.
There's another game called After Party, which is it's about two people. It's a two-player game. Looks like you and your buddy are in hell, and you're partying with the devil, and somehow you out-party the devil. It it looked pretty funny. It looked like it could be a laugh a minute. Um, it's one of those like you you do movement, like you move your character around, but there's always choices,
Hmm.
like in all your conversations. And if you don't make your choices, they default to something else. It's one of those type of games.
Sure. It looked a lot like Thimbleweed Park, the art
Yes,
style and everything
yeah.
like that. I don't know. Is it the same creators or?
No, the same creators of another game called Oxenfree,
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
and that one you and your buddies return back to your home island after being away for a long time,
Hmm.
and you're solving the mystery of what's going on the island now. Yeah, and the big news that I've been waiting for forever to hear. Um, Last of Us 2 finally got a release date.
I totally thought you were going with the new Call of Duty.
Oh, nah,
No. Okay.
no.
Sorry. Carry on.
Last of Us 2, yeah, it finally got a release date, and probably the biggest bit of news that was dropped in that trailer is that Joel is actually back. There have been rumblings that he may have died, or
S-
between the first one and
Spoilers.
yeah,
I
but
think pretty much everyone's who's going to play that game has played it. I haven't, but I don't have the nerves to fight zombies. So,
it yeah, it looks crazy brutal. The game.
hmm.
The first one is really brutal as well. It but it's such an amazing story that you almost forget. Like the violence actually pulls you into the game because you just feel like you're fighting for your survival constantly.
Oh, right on.
So, and I've mentioned it before. I was an avid just PC gamer until 2 years ago. Like the only console gaming I really dove into was Nintendo and anything that showed up on a Nintendo console. But after getting the PS4, basically I played the new God of War and I played Last of Us, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh, I see what I've been missing out on. And
Yep.
I've been crazy trying to catch up ever since.
Yep. The Sony has definitely mastered the art of the blockbuster AAA
Yeah, man, oh
game.
man,
That's for sure.
man, oh man. But I think that's everything with that. What have you been playing, Rob?
Well, I finally beat River City Girls.
Nice.
Uh, it's just it's a fun game. It's just a classical type beat 'em up. You once you actually beat it, the it's got kind of a twist ending. Let me
Okay.
spoil it for you right now. No, but it's very good. And then you can either do a new game plus or kind of just it calls it loiter mode, so you can actually just keep keep playing it, get more collectibles and things like that. Um, yeah, really good game. Like the dollar value definitely got a lot of value out of it, and yeah, I
How
don't have much else to say.
roughly how many hours do you think you put into it?
Probably 10,
Oh, okay. It's not
probably
bad.
10, but it's there's a lot more gameplay in there if I want to.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
So
a real 100%er kind of guy, but there's lots left to do. So
so kind of in like typical River City Ransom,
yep,
you could spend a lot of time like searching the city and going to the different stores and stuff. And
absolutely, yep,
okay,
you bet, you bet.
all right.
Yeah, how about you?
Well, Mario Kart Tour dropped,
Sure
and
did. Did something.
so my initial reaction to it was like, wow, it is a kind of steaming pile because
Mm-hmm.
they recommend right off the bat to use the drift mode, which is basically every time you touch a screen to steer your cart, you just start drifting. And I was like, this is unplayable. Like,
Yep. Yep.
how are you steering? Like, what are you supposed to do in the straight section? I don't, what's happening? What's going on? So finally, I took that off and tried it for a bit. I mean, it's all right. That's that's going to be the kind of the extent of my like for it. It'll be a good bathroom game, you know.
There's yeah, you could say it's somehow very relatable to something in the bathroom.
Yes, yes.
Um, but we're gonna talk more about that later.
Okay, okay. And I also tried the Contra Rogue Ops demo.
Right, right. What'd you
Um,
think?
meh.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like a well put together multiplayer shooter. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
I,
I tried it as well. Boy, I did not get that feel. I was like, oh, good, it's done. I was not. It seemed like it was something to me anyway,
hmm
and I'm just a guy on the internet.
hmm
Um, and it seemed like a game they might have tacked Contra onto,
mm.
in, like a I don't know. It
Well,
seemed like something that if it had been $10, I would have been like, hey, cool, $10. But
yeah, yeah. The on the Switch store, isn't it like 55 Canadian?
and there's a season pass. You can get a season pass.
Yeah. I'll like no, I see what you mean about that. Like, I mean, I don't know the story of Contra, like besides one, two, and three,
The
and that
deep
was
lore of
yeah, the
Contra.
deep lore. I mean, that was just battling aliens.
Yep.
Um, now there's a panda that.
Which I mean is cool right off the bat. I mean,
Uh, do you have any idea what he has to do with Contra?
no, no, unless he's
Yeah.
from Iran. The Iran Contra Panda. No, okay. Anyway, that's yeah.
Wow. Wow. Some
80s 80s Polaroid.
80s politics. 80s.
Yeah. So everyone's switching if they haven't switched off the podcast already. They just did. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, that's besides spending more time in No Man's Sky, which I'm just loving.
Hmm.
You know the mystery is getting broader and um the universe is getting bigger of more exploring that I need to do.
Hmm.
It holds your hand just enough. There's one or two things where I'm like, I think I'm missing out on something, but I'm not worrying about it too much because there's so much else for me to do. Like I don't feel like I've hit a wall,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's a great game. I really
Well,
like it.
good. Very good.
But Rob, what I really want to know, What make
Tell
you?
me what you know or
What's
what you want.
what I
I
really really want?
yeah.
I want to know what's making you grumpy this week, Rob.
You want to know what's making me grumpy?
I want to know what's making you grumpy.
Tell you what.
Please vape for a bit because I want to have a little sippy sip.
So, with your Nintendo Switch,
Mm-hmm.
for $2 a month, if you do it for a year, what do you get access to?
Nintendo Online.
Nintendo Online, and what comes with that?
The ability to play multiplayer, and you get the the NES Online and the SNES Online now.
Right, right. Now, what does the SNES Online have? That's going to take a. It's got a fully fledged game of Mario Kart.
True, true.
Right, right. So
Mm-hmm.
for $20, $24, you can play loads of games. Loads of games.
Yeah.
Apple Arcade launched for $5 a month, and you get access to something like 75 to upwards to 100 of really good games.
All of these continually growing. Yep.
Yep, yep.
Continually adding and yeah.
So Nintendo launches Mario Kart Tour
Mm-hmm.
with a season pass for $5 a month. You know what you get with for that?
No, Rob, tell me.
You get some rubies, so you can
Uh-huh.
buy fake things that you have no chance of winning,
Mm-hmm.
and access to 200cc, which you cannot get unless you get the season pass
Mm-hmm.
for $60 a month or a year.
Yeah.
$60 a year.
Yeah.
What is Nintendo thinking?
Yeah. Their their approach to the online world has not been great. It really hasn't been.
$5 a month. Like, is it a completely different Nintendo that said, "Oh, it's $2 a month for the online," which is a great value. You get all those SNES games, you get all those NES games, or you could take $5 a month to play a barely functional mobile game.
There is a third option too. It gets you more gold tickets or something like. And no, and I'm not defending. I'm just adding to the grumpiness here because so I've played through the first four races, like
Right,
or
right.
track or yeah, no, the tracks, four
Sure.
tracks. So I've done like 16 races, all in 50cc, and I've earned about 150 gold
Good.
doing that. And the cheapest thing I could find to buy was 850 or 850 gold, something like that. And that was a new car. And so that's probably about an hour's worth of playing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, let's just say, just for ease of math, you got to play an hour to get 100 gold coins. So you got to, play at least 8 hours of this game to.
Yep. And then does that give you any of those rubies? Like I hear the rubies are important for unlocking races later and things like that.
The only thing I found the rubies for were you buy chances at getting whatever the weekly special is, and like this one, it's like the lady from Super Mario Odyssey in her car. And then I also posted that article about the odds of
Yeah.
the odds of actually getting her, and it was 1 in 333, I believe, was what that worked out to.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And I got one more thing. One more thing. When you talk about Super Mario,
Hmm.
what's their full name of the group there? Super Mario Bros. Made up of Mario
Yep.
and Luigi. So do you know who isn't in the game yet?
Don't worry, he'll be DLC.
It's dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no Luigi in the game. So actually, I gotta. So did you start off with Peach? Is that the first racer you got?
I I don't even remember. I think it was Toadette. No, maybe it was Peach. It was Peach. I think I got Toadette later, and then I stopped after I
Yeah,
threw my phone across the room. So,
at the quality controls in the game. That's yeah, yeah,
yep,
oh, yeah,
it's dumb. Nintendo, dumb.
yeah. Nintendo,
Stop
stop
being
being
dumb.
dumb. Just stop it. Just no more.
No, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I could keep ranting for an hour, but no one wants to listen to that. So,
I was gonna say, do you remember what the 27.99 pack had in it?
no, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, please do because while we're complaining about this,
Say something witty to the people while we're looking this up here.
something witty. Well, maybe I'll take this opportunity while you're looking that up to mention that um, we have a website. It is thegrumpyoldgamers.com. We also are on Facebook as the Grumpy Old Gamers. We have a YouTube channel, the Grumpy Old Gamers. So please feel free to come and check us out. We'd love to visit with you. How much vamping you want me to do here, man?
I think you're doing pretty good. So there is a you can pay $69.99 American, which works out to 10 more than the suggested retail price of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch, a complete game,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then you get 135 rubies. And it says to clear everything that's in the pipe right now, that little gotcha pipe, the little get all the things. It takes
Which is a champs based, right?
yep.
I wonder if you can get duplicates or oh, anyways.
It says it would take roughly 450 rubies to clear everything.
And you get how many from that 60?
135. Yeah,
Oh,
it's bad.
yeah.
And then you'll be the best at a poorly made, not complete game. Uh,
Yeah, there's a mid level. It is 27.99. This is Canadian. You get 45 rubies. You get Mario, and you get 5 star tickets, which I don't know what do yet.
you need to buy Mario in a game called Mario Kart Tour.
Well, you got to win him. You got to win him in as a.
It's called Mario Kart. He's
Uh-huh.
in the name of the game.
Oh, that thing I just listed is a special. There's 9 days left on it. So I'm gonna hop on that right now, right here, Rob. I'm
You
gonna.
know what you need to do,
There's only
folks?
9 days left, Rob.
Take the money, go buy Mario Kart 8, which is a great game.
Absolutely.
Have fun with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do this. Don't give Nintendo your money. Although everyone will give Nintendo their money, and they will learn nothing. And we're one step closer to the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Nintendo.
Well, Rob, that's all I got this week. How about you?
I need to calm down. I'm, that's everything I can think of. Um, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
And watch in the coming days here. I'll try and get that video put together of us playing the worst games from the poll. Uh, come by the Facebook page, check it out. We put up another question on the weekend, and we're going to start having more daily discussions on there just to get people chatting. And anything else coming up, Rob?
Well, we're going to be doing a little bit of a giveaway here, kind of a push
Oh, yeah.
for getting more Facebook likes. So keep an eye on the
Mm-hmm.
page for that. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, once again, everyone, thank you for joining us, and get back off my lawn. Go. Just why are you here every week? Go.